Good morning, gents. So this is NEA 5. You will see it starts off with the usual PowerPoint. Just to remind you, we're on part 1 of the investigation, and we should have done all our contacts, our task analysis, design possibilities, identifying who is our client, some market research, some existing products, research, sustainability, and some standards and ergonomics. We're now moving on to the bottom row, which is looking at creating a design brief and our specification. So the second slide shows you exactly what I have just talked about. So you can see here we're on the develop design brief, and the specification point is what we're looking at. We're almost on the penultimate week down here. So the design brief, task 13, what I need you to do is to write out a statement that first of all says the context I have chosen for my project is, and then put in what your context is, and then the problem that I've identified is, and then explain what that is, and then who your client or your target market is, and then I am going to design and make, and then explain what you're going to design and make. So you could put the context that I've chosen for my project is climate emergency. The specific problem I've identified is having electricity in the garden so that it's not using lots of electricity at night, which helps global warming, which all goes towards global warming. And then you put my client or target market is my parents. I'm going to design and make a solar light for their garden. The solar light will not use main grid electricity, therefore will not be contributing to global warming. They would like the light to be switched on as soon as it gets dark. They would like it to light up the back part of their garden, and they would like it as a mood light rather than something to read by. That could be my design brief as an example. So once you've written your design brief, below that, you need to put in your specification. Your specification is a table, and we're just going to this week fill in the first column of that table. So create your table, create 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. The first column, we're going to put in just the areas that you have to consider. The second column, we're going to be putting in your specification points. The third, the fourth, the fifth column, we're going to leave till next week. So write these down: form and size, function, performance requirements, user requirements, cost and scale of production, and then sustainability. Those will go into your first column. The second column, you need to add in yourself. So what is the size? So in your research, perhaps you've looked at the area where your product's going to go. So you can say, my design must be 500 by 500 millimeters maximum, because this is the size that's available. So 500 by 500 millimeters maximum would go here, and then here, because this is the size that is available after looking in my research at the area where it would go. This one here, my design for form and size. For form, you could put my design must be an Art Deco design, and then refer to the slide, because I found my client particularly likes this type of design movement. So this fill in here for function, what it's got to do. Performance requirements are what performance, so does it need to light up the entire garden, for example, in my case, or does it need to just be a mood lighting, which is what I've decided that mine's going to be. Okay, how's it going to perform? What's it got to do to work well? User requirements, what does your client want? My client wants it to be solar, so it's not using electricity. The cost and scale here, what sort of price were they prepared to pay for it? Is it going to be mass produced, batch produced, or one-off? And then sustainability, how are you going to ensure that it is going to be easily recycled or something in its actual use. So for my case, because I'm doing a solar light, part of the sustainability is the fact that it's solar. Okay, moving on to the next slide, gives you a bit more detailed help. This slide is just telling you to do the first couple of columns. And this slide, as always, is your checklist. So have a look through those, please, and try and do the first couple of columns for your specification. And then next week we'll finish them off. If you go back to this slide, slide 3, you'll see some examples that some students have done in the past. So there's the design brief at the top, and here's their specification. Your specification may go on to 2 pages. Okay, hope that helps.